is that I think that if this goes well, that I will want to do this again. I'd want to make this one again. Because if I can have it as my, like a wall hanging and a quilt, y'all wouldn't be able to tell me nothing.
Yeah. I've been down so in love like. 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 In love like. In love like.
So long story short, or long story long, I knew I was going to do this quilt. Now, that's the other thing I meant to say. When I was at the quilt festival at their display, they did have a binder where it had all the elements that we're looking at in it. And I saw it, but the reality is, like, you don't really know what you're looking at. You just see a bunch of numbers and lines, and it's quick, and there's people walking around, and I want to get out, and, you know, it's just like, you're not really watching. And right before I told my family that I wanted this, I went onto YouTube and tried to see if there were videos, and there were not. There's a couple, but there's not a lot. And I think I only seen one, like, finished quilt video for the Monarch. And I didn't let that, like, discourage me, because I know what I want. And I want that butterfly on my wall. So it's like, all right, suck it up, Buttercup, and just get ready. I kind of feel like this glue stick, I get why you would want to use it, because you can just hold it, but you can't control anything. That thing is way too, maybe I should have done a small one. It's like it's everywhere. I mean, yeah. I will say already, as an aside, I think for how busy this is, I really think they should have done one color on each sheet of paper. Listen, you already given us 1,000,000 pages. Go ahead and add about 20 more. And it may be, no. Yeah, we should. Especially if you are starting to realize that people use them to be able to organize the fabrics. Because originally I thought I was going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just assemble these and then just put them in the sheet protectors at the end. I was going to, what was I about to say? I was going to just buy like one of those, like filing system things, like a little portable filing cabinet. I have one over in my office, but I realized, like, what filing system cabinet are you gonna be able to find other than a full size one to have 115 different fabrics? That's a lot of like items that you're filing, because you're not filing it by you're not filing it by like the alphabet, because that would only be, you know, what, 27, but you're filing it by their internal code. And even as I was just looking right now, what squashed that idea even more was the fact that there were like 4 A's. That would be a lot of individual fabrics underneath that one spot. The other thing that I was thinking about is the fact that if it was in a filing system, the weight, if it's a small piece of fabric, it will fall down and it will crumple down, and then other things will be on top, or it will get squished. And every time you go in there, you will find yourself having to iron them or press them, technically, when you're quilting. But I do not want that as well. This is so crazy. You know what? I can just like load the glue in the middle, being that I'm putting the little tapes on the corner anyway. I do have one of those rolling, like tape, not tape, sort of glue dispensers, but I usually use those for more specific projects. That's not bad. But for this, I didn't think that that would be, it wouldn't be the best idea. So that is what got us here today. And that's my desire. I don't have a specific time that I need to get this done. This is a project for me. And I do feel like, because of the way it's set up and the fact that you have to prep, I was telling my husband, I think what I'm going to end up doing is reserving doing this project for Sundays, because you need to set up, you need to get the stuff cut, prepped. I think the actual sewing will go quickly once you've done those things. But during the week, when I only have 10 minutes here and 15 minutes there, I don't think that would be the most, I don't think it would be relaxing, and I don't think it would be the best use of my time. Y'all, I like this though. I got a million more to go, but I like it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to keep going, and I'm going to come back once I've finished this step. And I think this will be all that we do today. Oh, don't do it, Dana. Oh, actually, I'm going to do one more thing just in case this is all that we do for today. So my plan, and then they just give it to you like this. My plan is to do this as a series. Cancel. And create, once I get a couple of studio vlogs doing this, I will create a playlist. And that will make it so that it'll be available and accessible to anyone else that they decide they want to do this. I'm not making any promises, and it's not a tutorial, but I think something is better than nothing. And then I think I do a good job of explaining to you all what I'm doing. Even though right now I'm not. I'm just sliding all of these, the ones that I just prepped, into the sheet protectors, because I'm coming up on a set that don't need, that I don't need to cut them down. And y'all, this is what they're looking like. And these are going to be the basis of our filing system. Another thing that I low-key sort of feel is that I think that if this goes well, that I will want to do this again. I'd want to make this one again. because if I can have it as my, like a wall hanging and a quilt, y'all wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. Yeah, I did not use the cheap paper, because compared to this, yeah, this is what I have so far. Compared to this, that stuff feels like the newspaper. Okay, let me just clean my section just a little bit. So my plan is to record and to, all of these are multiple, is to record and come on as frequently as I can. I will still be doing my normal studio vlogs, but these will come up periodically because I don't know what type of timeline to expect. And I sort of have a desire, like I would love, I think I made that crooked. Oh, it's straight. I would love to have this done before next Mother's Day. Y'all, that sounds like a long way away. But I think it gives me something to aim for. And it'll keep me from not dragging, because I will still have other projects that I'm working on. I will be starting the cutting process for the quilt for my daughter and son-in-law. I will also be starting a new quilt for the collaboration that I'm doing with Tasha. So I'm going to cut a couple more so that I just have them already in order. And so that means I will have things that I am actively doing. And this will be something that I get to just do a little bit here and there. Some days I'm sure it'll be a couple of days of prepping. Other times I bet it's going to be a couple of days of assembly. And then before you know it, we'll have a quilt. I do think it will be pretty cool if I find that I really just want to get it done, to do another retreat weekend. Y'all, this little thing is so old. I've had this so long. But I don't use it a lot. I don't cut a lot of paper. So, so if I find that I'm not liking just, being sort of only being able to work on the weekends, then what I may end up doing is just, no, I'm not going to do that. I was like, oh, I could just put them together and just cut off, and I'll look at it and cut off the color sample, because I was trying to be quick. I could do another retreat weekend and do nothing but this quilt. I think that would be cool too. So I have options. The last thing that I was thinking as well is they have other quilts that I really like. Some of their smaller ones. So if I like the process of doing this, which is another reason why it helps documenting this, then I could see myself doing another one. They have a couple. Y'all, I'm going through this. Why am I only on page 14? Y'all, that's when I can't look at stuff like that. Because I'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be here the rest of my life. Oh, I'm going to be like a kid. Are we there yet? No, you are not there yet. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to put on an audiobook. or a movie. I've been wanting to watch the Creed trilogy. I mean, I don't think they call it trilogy, but the Creed movies. And so I maybe will do that. And then I'm going to come back once I have all of these in my book. Because then I gotta go through and put all the fabric, there we go, with them. Ooh, before I, you know, shut it down until we come back, as a reminder, you don't have to do this. You could just grab your scissors and cut between them and keep it popping, or not even cut between them because these are not to scale anyway. I think I'm gonna cut this one down a little bit like the other ones. I didn't cut this one down enough. But it's something that I'm choosing to do. And I'm okay with that. There we go. I'm gonna mount all of these. I'm trying to see if I got a couple, and then I got a couple whole sheets already in here. Yeah, and then I have some more where it's okay. And I'm just gonna like do a handful, then glue them, and then slide them into the sheet protector. Now this kind of stuff makes me excited. I already know I'm gonna need more paper. I did not get enough paper. I really should put this somewhere else. Okay. So I will be back. I'm going to get me some water, find me something to listen to, and get my glue on. Glue these pages and get it all set up. So I'll see you in the next clip. See you in a bit. I'm going to try my best to keep you in frame. These are a couple that have been cut down already. And I'm going to just show you real quickly what I am doing. This is the printer paper. And it's nothing special. Elmer's glue. I'm sorry, I know this makes the table shake. And once that's done, I put it in a sheet protector. And that is what we have. I'll do one more. There we go. And I'm just using Elmer's glue. This is can be to press, like to finger press seams. And then I'm using a cutter. So I'll show you real quick what I use the cutter. It's just a paper cutter. Let me grab another one. So you'll have some that have more than one. I'm just trying to cut between them. This cutter has a little lip, and that's why I picked this one to try to keep everything straight. And I like taking off a little bit on the top and the bottom so that when I put it on the sheet of paper, It can be not quite at the edge. It makes it easier to put the tape on without having to worry if the tape is going to go over the edge. Just take a little off the top and the bottom. And there you have it. I'll go ahead, because if I left it like this, these ends will be flush with the edge, and I don't want that, because I do want to put that tape on there just so that it won't accidentally catch that edge, and I don't have to be super careful. I can just slip it in, slip it out if needed. And then there you have it. I'm going to sit these to the side so that they'll stay in order. I'm making sure they stay in order. And now I'll do one more of these. So I have it. I think you could. I did bring a stapler. I just didn't want the indentation of the staples because I'm using the Amazon Basics sheet protectors. Y'all, these things feel extra thin. I usually get the Office, like the higher quality ones, but those will be just fine. It also means that if I do this right, I can use those same sheet protectors for another project, or I can do this project book, and if I get another one later, I can use the same project book. I always loved making binders for my patterns, especially when I plan to take classes from that same instructor. Like, I have binders with patterns from my favorite instructors in the area that I have classes for years in there. And there we go. So I'm going to keep going. That will go right after this one. And I just have a couple more. So I'll do this without talking. And then I am going to come back after I finish all of them. One of the benefits of using sheet protectors when you're doing crafts is you can get a dry erase marker and mark on your sheet protector without causing any damage or marking on the actual pattern. So when I go through it and I start marking off these pieces, I don't have to pull this sheet out. I can just use a dry erase marker. So that is another benefit. And I like that because sometimes I check off stuff and something is wrong, or I like to add extra notes to myself. And you can do all of that without ruining your pattern. Okay. Oh, did I put the tape on there? Yep. I'm not good at talking then. That was X. I already have these done. And then I have these two that I did for you. part I was thinking about. Now, what I'm going to do is put some of these away because it'll just give me some room on this table. And then I'll keep going. I'm going to always try my best to put it so that the like A is on top. Another thing is because these protectors, the documents are one-sided, you can also make it so that if you needed space to take notes, you could just pull out the sheets and put it on the back side. And I think I'm going to try to put an actual swatch on there when I start working on the fabric. Even if it's just a small piece, but it will still fit. And then this will be my system. And then when I'm done, oh sorry, just close it. So I'm going to keep going and I will be back once I'm all done. And this one, I'd put it in one sheet protector, front to back. With the first sheet facing up. And now it just serves as a place marker. That's where I stopped. So I am back. Y'all, it is many hours later, but I have all of the cut guides in sheet protectors. I'm gonna pull this out just a little bit. Here we go. I think you can still see. So I said it before, how do I want to say this? Colors that had just one sheet, I left them whole, but there were some that were two to a sheet, and I cut them and put them on separate sheets like you saw here. Later, I got a little bit better. I'm gonna go to my further back in the book. And honestly, I think I might need to split these in half. I'll know once. Here we go. So this is one that I cut in half. So cutting off the top, cutting off the edge, it just looks so much better on this page. And I know you're getting a glare, but it's because it's plastic. Let me come in just a little bit. You know what? Y'all, I'm still getting used to this like view. So I'm gonna see if this will make it a little bit better. You still see the glare, but I think you get it. It just looks a little bit neater. And so I think this is going to be it for this video. The next video in this series, y'all, you will still see my regular vlogs, but I'm going to move to organizing the fabric in this book. So that's why I think I might need to shift. The good thing is, I'm going to move this aside for a second. I have another one of these binders, this exact same size. So I'm sort of thinking I might end up, these are some of the extras. I may, I'm going to put these items, all of the assembly instructions. I am going to put these in the other binder. I do have enough sheet protectors to continue with the putting them in there and all of the color guides and everything. So I'm going to do that. And then if need be, I'll put all the instructions in a smaller binder, like a 1-inch binder. And then put roughly half of the items in this book and then half in that one. But the good thing is I think I have time, and it's a ring binder, so you can always pop the pages out. And so yes, so with that said, I'm going to do this part off camera. This is just putting all of them in sheet protectors so that when it's time for me to assemble the overall quilt, I will have those instructions ready to go. And I'm also going to, do that off camera. And then the next video, I am going to organize my paper piece patterns, and I am going to file away my fabrics. So those two things are going to be in the same video so that we'll have these coupled to sort of get us set up. And then after that, I'll come back for my normal regular updates. I hope that this has been helpful. I just realized that, you know, doing something like this, I realize can take quite a bit of effort. To me, I feel like it's worth it because I am going to spend a lot of time doing this. And why not have everything organized so that when I stop to work, I can really work. The other part of this is I have a rule of really trying to make sure that I am enjoying every part of the process. And part of that process is getting organized. So we're going to do that. I'm not going to put this in the front yet because I have multiple binders and I don't know what I'm going to do. But I do want to have these. I think I could just put one in the front of each one. I know I'm going to use the pattern side with the instructions, and I'm going to put the quilt side with the fabrics. I mean, this is motivation. I may scan the actual image and print it because it just looks so pretty. The other thing that I want to put in this book is I want to put the fabric lists by code. I'm going to put the one that came with the pattern, and I'll use the photocopy version for my instructions because I'm going to mark that one up. So I'm going to take this one. Now this one, I can put it in a sheet protector front and back. And I'm going to put it like this. I'm sorry, you're super close. But we're just kind of rounding this baby out. I'm going to put this. And then I'm going to put, this is one. Okay, this is one. This all is what's going to go in the other binder. Okay, these are all the instructions. And then the fabrics, the color guide. I'm going to put the color guide in with the instructions just in case something gets turned around or I need to look for something. So I'll put that over there. And I do have this that I have for checking things off. So maybe I shouldn't put in a sheet protector. Actually, I am, because what I'm going to do when I start filing them away, I'm going to just put little dots by them just to make sure I have all the fabric. So I will save that off to the side. And I'm going to put the pattern side version in this side with the instructions binder. And I think for this, I'm going to take a photocopy of this and print it, even though it won't look as good as this one. And I'm going to put them in the front of each of the binders. So I'm going to open up my scanning app. And I am going to just snap a picture of this. And then I think we'll be good to go. So there, for now, I'm going to just put this one in a sheet protector. Isn't it so pretty? This is just so pretty. And I'm just going to let this go in the front. Like the very first thing that I see inside of the instruction binder for now. Okay, so I think I am ready to go. Listen, y'all, this is not meant to be like a full-blown tutorial, but I hope that this has been helpful. All I can do is share my journey so far, and you know where I'm ending. And so this is where I'm leaving off at. And next, I will see you in the next installment where I will start separating my patterns and filing away my fabric in this nifty little binder. And this is sideways. I mean, it would help if I just turned it right side like this. So me working on this binder, getting everything on the inside. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm looking forward to this journey. I'm super excited. I'm nervous, but I think, you know, being nervous is to be expected when you are tackling a project for the first time and something this massive. But I think the efforts are going to be more than worth it. So I'll see you all hopefully really, really soon. If you have not done so already, don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and go to the comments and let me know what you are working on and whether you have worked on this quilt or tried any of the Legit kits. I will see you in the comments. Take care and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.
I've been down so